long time, and women were complaining attention for women. That's girl porn. They just get all these messages and everything, and now they have unrealistic expectations. Everyone has unrealistic expectations of each other.
That's actually a
That's
pretty good
yeah,
point, I would say. I
No,
like
he's
the
a hundred
fact that you
percent.
brought,
I've
like, like
yeah.
porn
I've
and
been saying
compared
this.
that to, like, the attention for women. So do you think it's a good
hmm
idea for, like, everybody just to kind of take a step back from social media or their phones kind of
Well,
as
no
a
one's
whole?
going
Or
to. No one's going to. That's like saying just don't drive a car to save the environment. Just walk. Like no one's
I
walking to
don't know.
work.
I mean, I
We're
I
gonna
don't watch porn personally, and I also I'm in a
sure,
relationship with somebody that, like,
right.
it's a
But people
man.
are still gonna use the phones.
Oh yeah,
So it's like you can make a personal choice, but not everyone else won't. So it's
I
like
know. But for me
if
myself,
you have sure for you yourself, sure. You can always affect your own personal, but you can't change the world with your personal choices. If you have really good public transportation, people will take it, and if public transportation gets bad, people will start buying cars.
It's fun listening to Homath talk to women.
Large scale behavior works. So large scale behavior is trending away from what makes, you know, long lasting stable relationships because people don't have community, which is what makes average women tolerate average men. Like an average woman who meets an average man isn't going to notice him. But if she meets him like 7, 8, 9 times and gets used to him, she'll start feeling like, oh, this guy is in my, he's like me, and they might get married and stay together for a really long time. When everyone is strangers, the women have really high standards. The men don't have to settle. Like I lived this for a while. All I had to do was get in shape and be slightly taller than average and not be stupid. And it was like every woman I met was desperate. And I just went, oh, I can have my pick, and I just broke all their hearts, and I was lonely for a really long time, and no one picked me, and I didn't pick anyone else, and it's like it just doesn't. It's bad for relationship formation,
It's bad for
and all
society.
of those variables have gotten worse. That's why I said that there's no hope for anything. You
Wait,
really have to
Homath,
ban all
did
this
you just
social.
confess to a fuckboy arc?
Oh yeah, dude, yeah,
Yeah.
it's all in my content. Like I've slept with 138 women. I didn't like most of them. I forgot 22 of their names. It was bad.
Only 42 of them? Well, we need to make porn illegal,
Yeah.
free. They want to destroy us. And you got men that are just so over porned and women that are whores. Men don't have anything they want to take home, to their parents or whatever, and you can't blame them. Once the women pipe down and get off OnlyFans, stop making porn and, acting like whores, dressing like sluts, or like, I don't need a man, or I'm going to finish my career and I'm not even looking at a man until I'm 30. I don't need a man. That shit
Mm.
stops and the women pipe down, the men can then stand up and lead again and be men. Like,
All right, howdy, folks. I'm gonna leave that. All right, howdy, folks. How you doing? Thought I've been listening to a little bit of that Homath speaking in some space. Had some interesting moments. Homath does make some good. He's an interesting fella. Maybe we'll go back and drop in and have another listen in a little while. In the meanwhile, as I promised, it's another box of dogs.
Yeah, but I know what'll make you feel better.
Oh no, not another box of dogs!
It's another box of dogs!
Disclaimer at the top of the show: don't watch this show. Don't listen to anything I say. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I am a soulless, shapeless, reptilian monkey Jesus. So just ignore anything you hear on this show. Now, let's talk about the Jews. Just kidding. I really want to do one episode. I really want to get through one fucking episode where I don't talk about the Jews. That would be really good. Damn. Anyway, It's 20 past 4 p.m. I have not been to the gym yet, so I will be cutting out soon to go to the gym. But in the meanwhile, I thought I will jump on and do a quick one. Maybe I'll do some more later. The thought being, if I just fucking stream relentlessly and implement this plan where I can only smoke while I'm streaming, I'll stream a lot more. Whether it will make any difference, I don't know. I'm hoping I'll get better at it. But who knows? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. And I don't know whether I care. Black coffee, no sugar. Drink black coffee, no sugar. It's gives you it makes you feel angry. I now call, when I have a coffee with milk in it, I call it a pussy drink. But when you drink just straight black coffee with no sugar in it, makes you feel like, right, all business. Let's get amongst it. Let me just check here real quick. We are still at the top of the show, so it doesn't matter too much. Let me just check that we are streaming on my main 3. You son of a... Yeah, we're not going to Rumble for some reason. So I'm going to try reconnecting to Rumble real quick. Please excuse me for one moment. An error occurred. Try again later. Let's see if I can stream to... Let's do Kick. Let's see. Too many... You're not streaming to one of them, so... Man, Restream really does suck. Sometimes. Okay, sending data. Are we going to get on? Are we going to start streaming to Rumble as well? Sending data. Come on. Fix this thing, you son of a... Streaming. We are streaming to Rumble as well. Alright, we are on 3 of the platforms, and I may or may not restream later. Anyway, how are you guys going? What's going on? This is once again going to be completely disjointed and off the top of my head. My heckin' based, Jesus. There's so much. Can I avoid talking about them? Alright, let's just jump into... let's just do this. This flock camera situation. I'm glad Americans are upset about something. I'm glad... there's something that they're pissed off about enough to actually do something about it. It's hard to do anything about any of this stuff. So, you know, I'm not criticizing anyone. I'm not doing much of anything except screaming into the void. Pointing out I mean, I do. There are things that I do which I'm certainly not going to fucking discuss on here. But the things that I do are quite, you know, they're very insignificant. I think if more people did a lot more what you would consider insignificant acts, it would add up. And I think that is extremely important, that we do more of that. Civil disobedience is a necessity at this point. Right, so this woman is going to play a video from someone.
I want you to check out this video. This guy found out that according to flock surveillance, 6 different vehicles in a county he's never even visited all have the same thing in common. They all have the exact same license plate number as his Toyota Prius. What do you think's going to happen if one, or if not all, vehicles get a traffic ticket? Who do you think that tickets are going to go to? Check this out.
My name is Addison Snyder. That'd be 718 7th Street Southwest. What does a blue hatchback, a blue SUV, a blue sedan, a black SUV, and a white Chevrolet SUV driving in a county I've never visited in my life all have in common? According to Flock surveillance cameras, they all share the license plate of my silver Prius that's parked outside right now. Last week I FOIA'd my data that Flock's been collecting on me, and I got lots of wonderful pictures. Nice, wonderful stack. And that white 2005 Chevy Tahoe in particular, these are the pictures. Its plate clearly reads Y827DV, not NKWG75. Y827DV. Not a single character right, not a single digit right. Pains me to say this, but at this rate, with these sorts of failures built into this system, some poor bastard is going to innocently get shot. It's just going to happen. Last month, an innocent man spent 30 days in jail because of these things. His city is currently facing a settlement of $1.5 million. I'd hate for that to happen here. In Daytona Beach, Lindsay Isaac spent 13 days in jail for a triple fatality hit and run that she didn't commit. Police relied on these Flock surveillance cameras rather than common sense to put her away. Just imagine sitting in jail for 13 days, your car's been impounded for 7 months, wondering whether or not you're going to get hit with triple vehicular homicide on that sort of thing. And she is innocent, very provably so. If that's not enough, just last week, 2 hours away, up in Georgia, 5 Georgia officers are arrested for misusing Flock information. They're misusing their access. This is something that was pretty predictable in my eyes, but it's happening. And something tells me they were using our cameras too. It's 2 hours away. Whatever illegal purpose they're using them for, our cameras are included on that. We're complicit. So, anyways, a few months ago I stood here and spoke my 3 minutes, warning of all these dangers. Captain Roundtree took to the first-class microphone, typically in the center if we're at the regular place, and he spent a good 14 minutes and 30 seconds talking about how a flock is like a flock of birds, not sheep. He assured us that Flock was safe and secure. He said that these cameras act as a force multiplier. And I'm telling you today, and I'm begging you guys to understand that this is not just a force multiplier, it's an incompetence multiplier.
Okay, so the misuse, first of all, the misuse of this technology, all technologies, has been widespread. Edward Snowden revealed this. We've known this for years. Edward Snowden is still tucked away somewhere in Russia. If these Flock cameras, if this is how good they are, how has this been approved? Like, how are these things, how is this a thing? I don't understand. It seems a little odd. What are they really doing? Or is this just another example of tech companies coming out that don't have the tech, simply claiming they do have the tech? Because that happens so much in tech, because no one understands the tech except tech people, so they can say whatever they want. AI being misused all the time, AI being hailed as this great thing that no one likes except the people making money off it. Interesting times. Anyway, it's fascinating, the Flock thing, and they are coming to Australia. That will will definitely be a thing. Anyway, let's see what else we got. I mean, in England they've been cutting these things down. In America they've started cutting these things down. It doesn't seem to matter. They've got they can replace this and the technology is not like the. I don't think the actual infrastructure. I don't think it's what they're saying it is. It's just, AI as in another Indian, where you just got some Indian go, "I'm sorry, sir, you are going to be shot." I'm very sorry, sir, but you need to be shot right now. Anyway, fascinating times. Flock cameras. What a name. Who named that company? Flock. Flock these motherfuckers. Flock them in the face. Alright, we got a Chase Hughes thing there, but alright, so I'm going to do a reaction to a reaction, because this is where we're at now. So, but this, I found this funny. This is Fuentes agreeing with Rabbi Mizrahi, which he say what you want about Fuentes, but he can be pretty funny sometimes. Simply by doing the absurd opposing view. But yeah, so I'm going to react to Asmund reacting. Although you can't see Asmund.
Nick Fuentes, wait, what? Wait, he agrees with Rabbi Mirahi? Oh, I love Rabbi Mirahi. Oh, yeah, he's one of the top rabbis.
I saw Rabbi Mizrahi.
Best rabbi. We only have the best rabbis, top rabbis. I walked into here, I said, wow, that's a lot of rabbis.
Challenge me to a debate. Increasingly, I'm not even interested, only because I don't know what we debate about. You know, this Rabbi Mizrahi, he's this Orthodox Jew from Israel. He was on Matan Evans, and he did a thing with Sneeko recently, and I saw he called me out on Adam Green. He said, I'd like to debate him. And I want to say, I don't even know what we're going to debate about anymore, man.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you on everything now. I think Rabbi Mizrahi was right about literally everything. When Rabbi Mizrahi says that 6 billion Goyim need to be put to death and go to hell,
I know what I'm thinking.
I'm like, I feel like that's the moderate position.
That's very good. Let me see if I can fucking get out of the way.
That's
here.
crazy. What are the odds of that?
And right now. That almost sounds like too moderate. You got anything else? Are there any Jews that are more extreme than that? Is that the best you got? Surely there's an Orthodox rabbi that's even more extreme, because I'm getting to the point, I'm just shooting right past that. A couple of years ago, I would have said, this is outrageous. I can't believe these Jews want to kill all the Goyim. They think we're all going to hell.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, this guy's the moderate. Where's the real Jews? Where are the real Jews that want to put all the Goyim? The 6 billion's not enough.
It's a bit short-sighted, because in the end, they're supposed to have, like, I don't know, 30,000 slaves each, which is the Goyim. That's our place in this whole prophecy, is that they will rule the world. So, I mean, who kills all their slaves? That's very short-sighted.
Rabbi Mizrahi wants to kill all the Goyim except the Muslims. I'm like, where's the rabbi?
Oh, okay, no, Muslim slave. Well, I don't know. Are Muslims going to make good slaves? Probably, actually, yeah, better than white people. I would say the white people would probably rise up and... But at this point, I don't think we fucking would at all. I think we'd just take it. We'd all start a podcast.
Wants to put them all to death. Put them all to death. Send them all to hell. Where's that guy? I'll debate Rabbi Mizrahi from the right. I'm going to say this. What is this guy? Some kind of liberal reform Jew?
Oh, God.
This is a Jew in name only. All the real Jews know that all Goyim need to die. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at lately.
Can you give a clear definition of what a Goyim is?
It comes full circle like that,
know.
Isn't it? That's how it always seems to go.
You
so
know.
anyway, nah, that's a joke. I didn't mean that.
I don't know if you guys saw this a while ago. That it's a slight variation on the spelling of Goyim, but apparently in America, 7-Eleven has their own brand of food, and it's called Go Yum. If you put the two, it spells Goyam. And I got to tell you, 7-Eleven makes probably the lowest grade goy slop. But it can, you know, it's a 3 a.m. drunk run to 7-Eleven for some goy slop. Makes you feel horrible afterwards. But goddamn, get amongst that goy slop, baby. Nothing like a bit of goy slop, especially when you're drunk.
I'm obviously kidding. That's totally a joke, and I don't feel that way at all.
Yeah, right.
No, I don't know. That would be an interesting discussion, but like I said, my heart just wouldn't be in it. I'm going to represent the Goyim, and I'm going to say what? No, don't kill us all. Don't kill all the Goyim. No, don't kill all the Goyim. They deserve to live. They're not animals. They're human beings, too. I mean, we're human beings, too. My heart just wouldn't be in it. I can't defend a position that I don't really believe in.
Wow.
People are going to say, Nick, what happened to Nick the Knife? What happened? Used to be so hardcore. I'm going to say, guys, my heart just wasn't in that one. I don't believe that anymore.
Uh-huh.
I don't believe that anymore. They were right. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, I'm kidding. I'm on the side of the human beings that are definitely ensouled. They definitely have souls and dignity and endowed with human rights.
Well, maybe not all of them, Nick. Come on. Come on, Nick. I mean, you've been on the streets. Don't you live in Chicago? Surely not all of them have souls and deserve. No, I am a racist, but I am a human racist. I believe the superior race, I believe the master race is the human race. We're all part of it. Some of us are just more part of it than others.
People like Dan Bilzerian and Jake Shields. People like Ian Carroll and Candace Owens. I'm standing up for their dignity as human beings. Their fundamental dignity and equality as human beings.
Uh-huh.
I'm with them. I stand proudly among those people, and I stand up for their fundamental integrity as living creatures.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Definitely. I was right. You can't kill these people. That would be a grave sin. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, I'm kidding. Just a little bit of, no, I'm just joking a little bit. Definitely just joking. Of course, those are human beings that deserve rights. And Rabbi Mizrahi is wrong. He is wrong to say that they, that if they vanish from the earth, the amount of souls would remain unchanged. Okay.
All right. Homath made an interesting point before, interesting observation. And it's something we all know has been happening for some time. And I feel a little hypocritical saying some of this stuff because I have been a beneficiary of a lot of these government programs. Like, I am not, I'm not coming from it from a holier than thou perspective, but it is kind of messed up the way that the groups who there's those who get stuff and those who give stuff, and it's just very interesting. Why is that not letting me? Yeah, so it is quite... Wait, what are you doing? Yeah, it's very interesting. They've kind of inverted everything using guilt. So this is why we've gotten to a point where no one particularly wants to be middle class anymore. Because, like, what's the point? You raise yourself out of poverty to become middle class, and then you're paying for back into and there's nothing wrong with having social welfare programs and all that kind of stuff. That's all fine, but they've turned it into an industry, and they've turned it into something way bigger than it needs to be, where one group of people get kind of given so much it's insane, and another group of people are excluded based on the color of their skin, which sounds racist, right? But because the color of the skin is white, it's somehow not racist. It's a fascinating kind of situation we're in. I mean, I was always told that racism was, judging someone on the color of their skin, but apparently that's not correct. All right, my computer was doing a thing for a minute.
I believe, I've thought about this a lot. There's a correlation between a value of, let's say, money, like 100% of that, and like.
All right, that's just going to be distracting, so I'm not going to. I just wanted to tune back in and see what Homath had to say, but someone else is talking, so let's not worry. I have thought about trying to start a space and run a space while streaming, and then I can do the space while I'm streaming. I wanted to do that. If I can get Axel back, I wanted to run a space. And maybe we can get some other people on to have conversations. I have noticed that CQ Radio, they tagged me in a post the other morning. It was like 5 a.m. I'm not... 5 a.m. I've just woken up. I'm not talking to people on the internet when I've just woken up. It'd be horrible. It'd probably be funny because I'd just be sitting there calling everyone a bunch of cunts. You cunts, fucking. They'd probably find it funny, but it wouldn't. I'd be very grumpy. I'm very grumpy in the mornings. I'm not a morning person. I'm just not. I never have been. The only times I'm good in the morning is if I've been up all night. I was once a morning person. I don't know what happened. That's how I think we should divide the world into two kinds of people. Because really, there are two kinds of people, and they're all cunts. So, I think if we just divide the world into morning people and not morning people, and the morning people are not allowed to vote. If you wake up in the morning and you're like, yay! Yay, another day of everyone validating my existence. It probably means you're probably hot, right? So, fuck you. I don't want to hear from you. You don't get to make decisions that affect the rest of us. I think that's the easiest way to divide up society. You a morning person, then shut the fuck up. If you wake up in the morning and you're just like, happy, then get the fuck out of here. Anyway, I'm just fucking around. I don't know. I'm just saying things. That's what I do. That's what these streams are. That's just me saying. That's why I don't listen. Do not listen to this stream. This should be illegal. Someone should probably cancel me because of the egregious things I say on this podcast. I do hope I will be having Saturday night. I think Tommy will be coming on. We'll be doing a stream together. That'll be a good one. me and Tommy always have great conversations, and Tommy's got some stuff he's been looking into. He's probably done way more research than I have, so he'll carry it, but he's great. So that's going to be good. I'm trying to get like a segment thing together with a friend that I do comedy with, where we kind of do, the thing they did, Weekend Update. Do you remember Weekend Update they did on Saturday Night Live? I want to get, like, we're going to do a version of that for the internet. I'm hoping we can turn that into a regular thing. A few difficulties to work out with that, though, but we will hopefully make that happen. I think I had a few more people lined up. I can't even remember at this point. And at some point I will sort out this mess of a studio. And hopefully the show will get better. And if I keep doing this enough, hopefully the show will get just better and better. Better and better every day. I do need to go to the gym, so I'm not going to stream for long, but I might pop back in later. I think that's the way to get my numbers up, actually. The number of... Not my listenership, obviously. Just the number of streams I've done, so I can come in and go, episode 1,578,302. Where I'm just streaming for like 5 minutes at a time. 20 times a day. I think that's the trick to it. Rather than this, like, coming on here and talking for 4 hours, which is what I normally do. I don't know, I'm very frustrated with the whole streaming thing. The whole internet thing. It might be better if I'm sober when I do it, but, let's just see how that goes. But I'm kind of frustrated with it because I feel like I am, I would like to do something, rather than just pointing out problems, I would like to inspire people to, come together. As I said previously, I had a whole thing planned where I was going to point out how men and women, when we work together, we're kind of unstoppable, which is why they're keeping us separated, because they figured that out. And they figured out early that they just need to separate men and women and reduce us to our most selfish, base parts of our instincts, and we would divide ourselves. Like, we would just, we'd fall apart. That's all they had to do. And they were right. So, maybe 6 billion goy gotta go. I can't believe, though, I'm sorry, I can't believe that they want to get rid of the Indians. They're their spiritual underlings. It's going to be fun when the Indians finally turn against them. Because that's going to happen. Like, when they realize... Hey, Sandy, how you doing? When they realize that they've been used and they've been scammed, and they're going, but I am the scammer. Anyway. Interesting times. I always find it fun. I'll see if I can find this. There's a meme I saw earlier. I reposted on Facebook. You finished up for the day, Sandy? Or you, where are we? I didn't understand this at first. I was like, okay, so Satanic pedophile elite, internet racists, and the future of all mankind. They're the sheep. At first I saw it and I thought the internet racists were about to attack the sheep on behalf of the satanic pedophiles. That's what I thought. I was like, what the... But actually the dogs are facing the other way. And so it's likening us, internet racists, to the protectors. And the protectors of the future of mankind. Which I think is nice. It's a, you know, that's a nice thing. Giving us a bit of credit. I said to someone a little while ago, I said, don't say racism, it's very low IQ. It goes one way or the other with racism. You're either a high IQ racist or a low IQ racist. But either way, we all meet in the middle somewhere. We come together with our racism. I'll tell you what, I find it can be very healing. I do a joke where I say the N-word about 6 times, and then the joke ends with the F-slur. And I'm not going to say the joke. I don't want to say the words, but I call it the nigger faggot joke. So I did this nigger faggot joke, and there was a black guy in the audience, and I was like, well, I'm not going to not do the joke because, and he was a comedian. So I was like, if I don't do the joke, then I'm just a pussy. So I did the joke. He enjoyed it. It offended a lot of white people. It's funny the way, like, so many white people for so long were going, white people are the worst. And for so long I was like, no, and I would defend white people. And then I kind of came to going, no, you're right, white people are the worst. It's you. It's all of you people who say white people are the worst. You're the worst, and you're all white people. It's not all white people saying that, though. Anyway, racism's fun. And it's good for you. It's like, it's like you got to have a bit in your diet, you know what I mean? You want to have just enough, just a pinch. It's like putting some dark chocolate in your ragu. It's unexpected, but it works. Mwah. All right. What else are we going to talk about? Let me see what else I got up here. I got added to a group, Gold Coast Comedy Show. I've been to the Gold Coast once. Why would they add me to the Gold Coast comedy thing? I don't understand that. No one likes us. I don't know why. We may not be perfect, but heaven knows we try. We're all around, even our old friends put us down. Let's drop the big one and see what happens. So the Tates are back in custody. As I said last night, the whole thing seems staged to me. That it just... Unless that video of them being arrested was AI, which that's possible too. In fact, that's kind of funny if that was the case, because they were like, all right, put Tristan in a suit and put Andrew in the gayest outfit you can find. And we're going to release that as their perp walk video. Does anyone believe anything anymore that you see? Like, I'm AI. This is AI. I am AI. Don't think for a second that I'm a real person. I am an AI bot created by Jews to, you know, talk shit to nobody on the internet, basically. You know, it's a good plan. It's a cunning plan. A little while ago, I was accused of being an Illuminati undercover agent. Like, seriously deep cut. I don't know how. I don't know why, if I were a member of the Illuminati, I don't know why I would go undercover as me. We need you to go undercover. What, as an open mic comedian with a less than average podcast that you only do occasionally? Sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Anyway. Let's listen to what Andrew Tate has to say about his decorating choices, basically.
Bang! 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 I hear the door. 5 a.m. But every time that we got raided, we galvanized our house against raids. However they got in the first time, they didn't get in the second time. This is raid number 3. So we got pretty good at it. We learned that they climb on the roof, so we put bulletproof glass. We bought doors from Switzerland for banks, 135,000 euro, blast proof. We've removed all the windows. People make fun of my house. He lives in a warehouse. Yep. Raid me, dare you. You live in a nice house with glass. It's nice and pretty. You're not safe. I am. Bang! Bang! I hear it. I wake up. I say to my girl, I'm like, give me your phone. Give me your phone. She starts panicking, gives her phone. I'm like, wipe your phone. Because all they want is phones. Wipe my phone. Factory reset. Wipe your phone. Go outside. Tristan's walking down. I'm like, wipe your phones. Done. Laptops. Wipe all our laptops. Wipe, 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 wipe. Because all they want to see is fucking financial records, money, who we've been talking to, the school, how it works. Da-da-da. Wipe, wipe, wipe. We wipe everything. Bang, bang, bang. And after about like 6-7 minutes, I was like, everyone wiped everything? Tristan goes, yeah. I was like, well, let's just chill. So we go in our cigar room. We sit there. I say to my girl, coffee. She goes and makes us 2 coffees. We get a cigar. We light the cigars up. And we're watching on our screen, on the cameras, 30 police outside with the fucking baton. And they're taking turns. One will go till he's tired, pass on to the next one. And we sat there with our coffees, smoking our cigars, saying, we're so fucked, bro. Tristan's like, I know. I'm like, we're going back, aren't we? He goes, 100%. This is to be the 3rd time. There's no way we can keep getting out. They're gonna fucking bang us up. I was like, I know. What are we gonna do? He goes, it's a Matrix attack. It's got to ride it out. It's you and me. Always going to be you and me. We have to find a way to get into the same cell. We've got to do the blood pressure trick again. Got to eat raw coffee, do the blood pressure trick. I talked about that on Patrick Bay Baby. You can put that in.
And then I said to Tristan, I whispered in his ear, I was like, they bugged this cell. Let's prove it. So we started talking about Ireland. I said, I wonder if they found the assets in Ireland. They took everything in Romania. I wonder if they found the assets in Ireland. We talked about it for about a week. And then we saw it on the news. Investigation expanded to Ireland. Neither him or I have ever been to Ireland in our lives. Never been there. No connection to it. So I was like, look, told you. I was like, yeah. So we continued to talk shit. So that's why they put us together. So we had to kind of develop sign language in the cell. So we didn't talk very much because everything was being listened to, right?
Get back in the same cell. We'll do our push-ups and just keep fighting. This is the fucking Matrix, bro. We're an enemy. We're an enemy to their enslavement, and this is what it is. I was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Having our coffee, smoking. After about 50 minutes, they still couldn't get in. Hi, Romanian police. Not many people know that they couldn't get in my house. Bang, bang. After about 15 minutes, it stopped banging, and we watched on the cameras, and they were all just standing around outside, flabbergasted. Like, we can't get in this guy's house. They climbed all over the roof. They tried to break the bulletproof glass. They tried to break the front door. They couldn't get in. So I'm sitting there, and then we see a big yellow digger, like a big JCB, like an excavator driving down the road. And I said, Tristan, they're going to knock the walls down. They're just going to ram through the walls of the house and come in that way. Tristan goes, well, that'll be funny. And I said, yeah, but do we really need to have our house destroyed? Our phones are wiped now. We've had our coffee. We've had our chat. We're mentally prepared. Let's just open the door. Tristan goes, they're going to be so pissed. I was like, I know, bro. And then my girlfriend goes, I'll open it. It's like, really? She goes, yeah, I'm a girl. I'll just smile.
Wiping your phone doesn't really do a lot for any communication you've made over the internet. They have there's Israeli technology that all the police use where they can unlock your phone and they can see, even if you've deleted all your chats and whatnot, they can pull them all up from Telegram and WhatsApp and Signal, all of these things that you're assured are private. They're not private. So wiping your phone, it doesn't. Anyway.
And try and like diffuse them, and I'll make some coffees, and if I'm holding a tray of coffee and I open it, maybe they won't grab me. I'm like, I can't really let you do that. Like, this is a brave thing. Let the men do it. She goes,
if you that's enough of Andrew. Yeah, if you've got, I don't know, if you've got sensitive information on your phone, why is it on your phone? I mean, they can hack your phone very easily as well. And see pretty much everything that's on there. I would kind of think that one of the lessons that the top G, if he really was the top G, one of the lessons that he would offer to his followers would be shut the fuck up. Like, there are so many things of him online talking about shit he's done and ripping people off, and I don't know, and that's he's considered a hero. Anyway, fascinating time to be alive. Now, I had a clip here of, I don't know if you're familiar with E. Michael Jones's talk, Libido Dominandi, and his talk in Poland about porn being a weapon. He makes a great case for it. I know a lot of people, as soon as you say that, it's funny, as soon as you say porn is a weapon, a lot of people get very upset, and they will defend it to the death because they watch it. So, you always defend your own position. That's just how it works. But, again, I'm not making any moral judgment about it. I'm just pointing out what it is. People don't seem to want to understand how these weapons work. It's silent weapons for silent wars, that kind of stuff. Anyway, as we descend into Weimar, know your enemy. That's all I'm saying. So this relates to that anyway.
So it's not just Pornhub, right? Pornhub is owned by a parent company that all of this kind of I learned over the last 5 years. So called MindGeek.
Okay.
Now MindGeek has a monopoly on the global big porn industry. So we call it big porn because there's big porn, just like there's big tobacco, there's big pharma, there's big porn, and it's dominated by one company. That company was called MindGeek. They rebranded to ILO to try to escape their reputation as peddlers of crime. But so with a $362 million loan from a hedge fund called Colbeck Capital and 125 secret investors who were outed as including JP Morgan Chase and Cornell University, they had basically rolled up the entire global porn industry under one company.
So they owned it, MindGeek.
Yeah, so they owned, they were managing Playboy, Digital Playground, Wicked Pictures, Browsers, Reality Kings, pay sites, subscription sites, and then the tube sites. So Pornhub and its sister sites. So Pornhub, YouPorn, RedTube, Tube8, GayTube, XTube. I could go on and on.
Yeah.
They own the most popular tube site. So
Vegan tube, is that one? That's no time for jokes. And who owns MindGeek?
So MindGeek was owned by a secret majority shareholder. So nobody knew who the owner of MindGeek was when all of this began.
And were they in America?
No, we found out. So we found them,
Mm-hmm.
through the course of this. There was an investigation called Hunt for the Porn King.
So they're not an American company. So you start on the Hunt for the Porn King.
Right. So we discovered who was the secret majority shareholder of the company, and his name was Bernd Bergmayer, and he was in Austria, and he lived part-time in Hong Kong. And
Bernd Mayer. Let's bring a picture of him up.
Yeah, you can.
I just want people to know
there
who
he
he
is.
is.
Yeah.
Bernd Bergmayer.
Yeah.
And let's look at his Wikipedia. I just want to get a little. He grew up as a son of farmers in Ansfelden, attended grammar school in Linz, he studied at University of Linz, wherever that is. He worked at Goldman Sachs in New York. He became the owner of porn site RedTube in 2013. He sold to the site Manwin, now known as Alyo. He was a former majority owner of Pornhub and MindGeek. Okay.
Yep.
Just want to make sure we
So
see
he was,
him.
he was the majority, and then Feroz Antoon and David DeSillo were the CEO and the COO, and they were the minority shareholders, and they had kind of hidden themselves from the public as well for a really long time.
Okay, and
until
are
all
these
this
guys
started going
all
viral.
from Austria? Are they all from a specific place?
So Canadian. So the company is an international corporation.
Mm-hmm.
They are headquartered in Canada. So they have most of their employees in Canada, but they have offices now they have an office in Texas. They had one LA, Cyprus, Romania,
MindGeek has
London.
offices everywhere?
Everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah. So they are a multinational corporation, huge corporation, hundreds of millions of dollars a year, multi-billion-dollar corporation with a monopoly on the global big porn industry.
And how much money was it bringing in a year?
Yeah, they're estimated about $500 million per year. The value of the company is multiple billions of dollars. And Pornhub was the flagship site. So this was the cash cow of the company. This is how not only are they making money on 4.6 billion ad impressions every day and all of the traffic they're getting, but they're advertising their pay sites on the free sites, right? So they kind of have this ecosystem where they advertise browsers on Pornhub and drive traffic to all of the other websites that they own.
I thought it was Brazzers, which is crazy, but also, I don't care. I mean, either way, it's bad.
Okay, I just remembered where there's a very short clip of
use porn and for warfare in Gaza. Well, they use porn and for warfare in Gaza. They'll flood it on their TVs against their will.
That's right.
Not Gaza, West Bank.
That's right.
That's demonic. Who's going to flood children and stuff with porn? That's just such demonic people.
Well, what it proves is that pornography is not free speech. It's warfare. Pornography is psychological warfare.
I think it needs to be pulled. Well, they use porn and for warfare in Gaza. They'll flood it on their TVs against their will.
That's right.
Not Gaza, West Bank.
That's right.
That's demonic. Who's going to flood children and stuff with porn? That's just such demonic people.
Well, what it proves is that pornography is not free speech. It's warfare. Pornography is psychological warfare.
I think it needs to be pulled off online at least. I think maybe if it was hard to get, it wouldn't be such a problem. But kids having unlimited access to it, that's a problem. Well, they use porn for warfare in Gaza.
I've talked a little bit. You can probably go back to some of my conversations with the doctor there, Dr. Jones. I don't know how deep we got into it because as soon as I brought it up, he basically was like, I've talked about that. I've talked about it a million. He didn't want to talk about it in the first time I interviewed him. But yeah, he talks about the case in Ramallah where they basically, the IDF went in, took over the TV stations and started just broadcasting porn to all the Palestinians. And they didn't stop until a Jewish woman complained. But yeah, they're like, why would they do this? And their excuse was like, we're spreading freedom. They were spreading freedom. But they throw out, they take them around, they give out DVDs, they just leave them around the place. Free porn. It goes back to, I can't remember the names. I'll look it up and I'll come back a bit later and continue.